Alright, linear equations in two variables. Recall that any point on the Cartesian plane can be found using a coordinate pair of numbers. Coordinate, together numbers, that's what it is. Coordinate pair of numbers where the first value, which we call x, is the distance to the left or the right of the origin. You notice this is x, this is the x-axis. And the second number, which is our y, is the number of the distance above or below the origin. Now the origin is right here at the right here where the two axes meet. So, plot the following points. 3, 2. My x value is going to be 3. My y value is going to be 2. 3, 2 tells me I need to go 1, 2, 3 units to the right and 1, 2 units above the origin. So 3 units to the right of the y-axis, 2 units above the x-axis, and I will label that point A. Looking at B, -2, well, when we're going to the right and left, -2 is going to be left, so I'll go 2 units to the left and 4 units down, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this gives me B, which is -2, -4. C, 4, -3 means we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 units to the right, 1, 2, 3 units down, and our point C is at this place, this location. Finally, for D, we have our x ordinate is -3, 1, 2, 3. Our y is 1, so we will put D up here. Identify the coordinates for each point. R, start at the origin, go 1, 2 to the right, 1, 2, 3, 4 up, so we get 2, 4. S, we have -1, 2, 3, -1, 2. T, we have 2, -1. And U, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, -4, 2. Alright, solutions to equations. Linear equations in two variables have multiple solutions of the form x, y. To test possible solutions, what we will do is substitute the first value of the coordinate pair into the equation where the x is, and for any x's that are there. We'll substitute the second value of the coordinate pair into the equation for any y's that show up, and we'll just simplify both sides and make sure that the equation is true. Let's look at 2, -3, 0, 6, and 4, 0. Are these solutions to the equation 3x minus 2y equals 12? I'll just put them in. 3 times 2 minus 2 times -3 equals maybe 12. 3 times 2 is 6. Minus 2 times -3 is another 6. We have a true statement. That tells us that 2, -3 is a solution to the equation. That also tells us it is a point on the graph of that line. Moving on to the 0, 6. 3 times 0 minus 2 times 6 might be equal to 12. Well, 3 times 0 is 0. Negative 2 times 6 would be minus 12. Is 0 minus 12 equal to 12? No. Negative 12 is not equal to 12. So that tells us that this is not a solution to the equation, and it is not a point on the graph. Alright, 4, 0 will do 3 times 4 minus 2 times 0. Does that equal 12? 12 minus 0 is, yeah, that works. So 4, 0 is a solution to that equation, and it's also a point on the graph. Find points on the graph of a linear equation. As I pointed out, there are lots of solutions. In fact, there's an infinite number of solutions to your linear equations in two variables. Linear equations in two variables give us a relationship between x's and y's. To find a point on the graph, we can make up any number we want, either for x or y, and that's going to force the other variable to be something special. So what we'll do is substitute in any number we want for x or y, and then see what that forces the other to be. Looking for points on the graph of 2x plus y equals 4. Well, since we get to try anything, I'm going to try x equals 100. Let's see, so 2 times 100 plus y equals 4. 200 plus y equals 4. Subtract 200, subtract 200, gives us y equals negative 196. So the point 100, negative 196 is on this graph, and that's a solution to this equation. However, since we get to pick the points, pick smart ones. It helps to be smart about the numbers we pick. Now, two really good points to use are the x-intercept, which is some number, 0, and the y-intercept, which is 0, some number. To find these, to find the x-intercept, we'll put 0 in as our y value, as we see up here. We get 2x plus 0 equals 4. 2x equals 4. So dividing both sides by 2, we get x equals 2. So 2, 0 is the x-intercept, and it's also a solution to this equation. Do the same thing to find the y-intercept. We'll put a 0 in for x. 2 times 0 plus y equals 4. 2 times 0 is 0, so we end up with y equals 4. So the point 0, 4 is a solution to this equation, and it's a point on the graph, and it happens to be the y-intercept. Y-intercepts give us some handy numbers to graph with, as long as it doesn't go through the origin. So let's see, what were our two numbers? We had 2, 0. So 1, 2, 0. and we had 0, 4, and when we connect the dots we have a line. That's the easiest way to graph a linear equation in two variables, is to find their intercepts and plot them and connect the line.